lead. She was leading a dance, and she was doing this really neat thing with her leg, like kicking out, you know. We do this, and then we turn to do, and we do this, and we turn it. So I was doing that too, and I think I overextended. So now every time I'm walking, I feel, and I hear a little click, 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 and it doesn't hurt, but I know something's not in alignment. So I'm gonna go see Randy Blair, that's my guy, and see if he can do a little bit for me. So, all right, let's find ourselves in Tadasana, mountain pose, and the best thing to do for that is to say, are my feet parallel to one another? And can I begin to line up my ankles, knees, and my hips? Do I feel well balanced on my sits bones? And something I learned the other day, which I knew we were asymmetrical, right? I mean, we think we're symmetrical, but we're really not. But the organs on our right side are a lot bigger than our ones on the left, and that's more weight. And we tend to, and just think about it through your day, are you favoring your right side more? So we may lean, and then we put our heads back this way so we can get the right horizon going. And so just check. So the 3 points to check on that would be, is my left heel, can I feel it planted in more than my right, okay? My left sits bone, am I balancing there? And then they say also, this guy is an expert in this, and he explained it, I can't explain the reasoning, but when you're not talking, when you're not eating, to keep the tongue at the roof of your mouth, because there is a nerve that goes from there all the way down the left side of our body. And all those 3 things, and keep checking in through the day, can help kind of realign that posture. Think about driving. When we're driving, that console's here, right? And we're over like this. I kept thinking about that today when I was driving. And I was finding myself here. So I got to press more into my left side. Go to the left. All right, sitting up straight and tall. And that includes our head, putting it on straight. Earlobes right above our shoulders, our trapezius, to be more specific. Let's take some cleansing, clearing breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Inhale. Clear it out. Open up your mouth. Let it go. Inhale. Open up your mouth. 2 more like that. Good. Let's begin to get into those achy joints. Take your hands onto your shoulders, and let's just begin this little movement of our elbows, arms, getting in. We don't move the shoulder a lot when we're doing this, but it's a little bit. And we can increase that here in just a moment. But right now, just kind of getting in, and we open up those armpits a bit here. And then taking the elbows out so they're about at shoulder height, and that's going to depend on your shoulders, right, ladies? So really, maybe one arm is down lower. That's all right, because that's what's going on with your shoulder right now, okay? And then from here, pull the shoulders back, pull the elbows back. What does that do? That brings my heart forward, and I'm going to gaze up here. And then I'm going to curl in, elbows to my navel area, chin to my chest. Let that back of your neck go. Do you feel that? All those strands that keep so much tension. Go ahead and lift up. Take those elbows back out straight through your shoulders, then bring them back. Let your heart come forward. Today I've got my Snoopy shirt on. He's doing all kinds of yoga poses here. Bring yourself back to neutral. Come on in. And it's shaped like a heart. What more could you ask for, right? Up, back. Inhale, look up. And curl it in. Exhale. Now let's do it with your breath. Go ahead and move. Breathing in through your nose. And either exhaling through your mouth or through your nose. just warming up this chest area. Getting in a different way of doing our cow and our cat. 2 more, please. Great. And then let your arms come out, palms down, and just take a look. Are they about at shoulder height? Okay, we don't have one of those tools to check and see if we are what do they call it? They have that little bubble in the middle. Help me out there.
A level.
A leveler, yeah. We may not have that, but we got our eyes, right? And we can take a look. And then let's take ourselves to one side. Trying to maintain my hips down in the same place. Bring yourself up. And then just taking this waistline, this torso over. Bring yourself up. I had a little, I guess not so good of a awareness factor the other day. Mark and I decided to apply for some of these other casting companies, and they want to know your waist size. So I'm thinking back, you know, when my waist was 29, 30, and I said, would you measure my waist, please? And he told me a number, and no, it's not 34. And so some of you might say, oh, 34 is not very much, but when you think that you were 29, and then all of a sudden you look, not all of a sudden, right? It's those decisions that we've been making about eating potato chips at night when I get hungry, you know, bring yourself back, let your arms, come down, you should feel that. So just an eye opener. And they say, let's do some shoulder rolls, that numbers count, right? Getting those blood pressure numbers, getting our numbers, go ahead and reverse, or our blood work counts. And those tape measures, you know, that's an awareness factor for me. It's like, oh, I need to take care of that before, you know, it gets out of control. Hand on one front leg of your chair. Lift up, lengthen up first, raise down here. If this arm doesn't go up, let's take it back here where we had it before, okay? And that's just as good because we're gonna slide down and open that side body. Okay. As we do, maybe that upper shoulder pulls back just a bit. Don't go any farther than feels right for you. Come on back up. Take that hand down. This hand to your shoulder, maybe elbow pulls, take it over. So no getting into a point where it feels like you gotta say ouch. We wanna make sure you guys are taking care of yourselves.
It wasn't an ouch, it was a wow.
Oh, it was a pop? Ooh, come on up. A good pop?
Ever since I fell down the stairway from that.
Oh, yeah. Hands behind you, interlace, press down hard, forward, look up. And then let's bring ourselves just halfway towards our thighs, okay? Try to maintain a flat spine. And if the arms here are not good for shoulders, release them to your hips or the side of your body. We're just working core here by keeping ourselves elevated there, all right? And then bring yourself back, inhale. And now take your arms forward, fingers long, and let your spine and upper body follow with a straight spine. Take yourself back up, arms back, inhale, heart lifts, exhale, take it forward. Take it back, inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, forward. Take yourself back. Keep going, you guys. Nice little flow here. Really letting that chest open. as much as your body is allowing. Working into the shoulders and greasing those up a bit. So the Tin Man's not so squeaky. The Tin Woman, the Tin Person, the Tin Human Being. I don't know anymore these days. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to call. You know, they say my daughter was giving me the correct thing to say at restaurants now. Bring your hands forward. One more time, big heart opener. As that, I come back to straight spine. Try not to say, thank you, young man, thank you, young woman, you know, to leave off the gender, right? Because we don't know what they want to be referred to, and that's, I guess, respectful and knowledgeable, and I need those kind of reminders because I'm kind of old school, you know.
I had to answer a question on the questionnaire at the hearing place yesterday. What pronoun would you prefer?
Oh, what pronoun would you prefer? Yeah, there's that is, yeah. And that's something, yeah, that, you know, our error, we just need to kind of retrain and refocus and attend to a little bit so that we can be respectful of what's going on around us. Let's get our blocks ready for a little bit. And I'm gonna go ahead and lengthen one leg forward, okay? So I'm gonna get a nice stretch in the back side of that leg. I'm gonna take my hand to the opposite side block, right? And then I'm gonna take my hand to my hip or at the base of my spine, because we're gonna work into a twist here, right? So I've got lengthening going on, I've got a side stretch going on, and now I'm going to just take that upper shoulder back a bit, come into a little bit of a twist, lengthen through my spine. That hand at the base helps to remind me to push down there so I can lengthen the spine upward. And then come out of the twist and then bring my body up. So don't come with your twist lifting up, okay? Let's change sides. One foot pulls in, the other goes out. I'm on my heel there. And the more you flex, the more you'll feel that in that calf muscle, right? We'll do a little bit with calves today. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take this hand down and the other hand to my waist or behind me and begin to open up. And just for information for you all that know Josephine, I called and talked to her. And she sounds good. Her company's gone and she's doing her therapy and getting stronger. And she's excited mostly about making food with her husband. So I think that's cute. Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and come out of the twist first and then bring yourself up. Good. All right, guys. Let's go ahead now and take both feet out. Hold on right here to your chair or to the legs of the chair. Extend your legs to whatever length they feel like they're able to go. And let's just lean back a little bit. You're going to feel that right here in your core, even though we're holding on. Okay. So don't lean back so far that you feel tension in your lower spine. Lean back so you feel activation in your core. Only if you feel like you can lift one or both arms off of the chair, activating into your core a little bit more. Only if you feel like it, lift the leg. If you lifted the leg, place it down. Only if you want, lift that other leg. Let that leg come down and open up your arms as you bring your torso back perpendicular to the ground, and then take your feet apart and bend those knees, okay? So we're in a wide-legged stance now. Let's go ahead and take our right arm under our left cross. Come on up into eagle arms. You may be right here, and that's great. Wherever your arms go, make sure you're nicely planted on your chair. No falling off those chairs, okay? And go ahead and eagle arm or here. Lift with the elbows and bow down just a few inches. We're not going too far yet, okay? Hold that. As you do, pull through the crown of your head. Press back into the seat Press down with your feet. Feel activation in your legs, like you're almost ready to come out of that chair, but not quite. Go ahead and come on up, inhale. Woo. Exhale, release those arms. Come on to the side. And then take the left under the right. Find this or any place to criss and cross. Okay. And begin now to bring yourself forward just 2 or 3 inches. Press down into your feet. Feel that electricity running up through your legs. Let your crown reach forward. Lengthen your spine. Feel it maybe even in your glutes because you're pressing so much into the earth. Inhale yourself up. Ooh, and exhale. Hands come out to shoulder height. Let's do another couple of these, working and whittling that waist. So, you know, the next time I measure, it might be 33 and a half instead of 34. And I thought, oh my God, it's more than my inseam. Never do that. I never measure. I don't get on the scale. Maybe I need to start doing that once in a while because I always go by my clothes. And the other day, I put a pair of jeans and I thought, oh, they must have shrunk. No. And back into center. Let your hands come down to your knees. Take a couple breaths. Because when you're wearing yoga pants or these stretchy jeans, you don't really know, right, if things you're expanding, your body's expanding. Until you put something on it, it's not like that. It's like, oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for that reminder. I'm gonna put the blocks on the inside of my feet right now at any height because we're gonna be reaching down there, okay? So I'm gonna reach down to one side. You choose what side that is, and you choose what height of your block you want. And find your heart opening up here. Find the other leg extended now onto your heel, okay? So really pressing over on this side. This hand can stay hip. It can come to shoulder. Start to open. Maybe the elbow comes up a little bit. Or you can raise your arm up. Right? All of those are options. Find your gusto. Find what you like. And then taking hands, sliding it back down. Let's bend into that extended leg and then reach yourself up off of that block. So both legs are bent again, back into the center. Hand comes down to wherever you've got your block height. And then I extend that leg out onto my heel, lengthening that back side. Hand comes to hip, maybe up to shoulder. Extending only if the range of motion allows, not putting any type of extra stress on something that's already stressed. We're breathing, right? And bend into that arm if it's not already. Slide it on down. Bring in your foot and slide your body up. So coming out of the position as we went in, slowly and completely. All right, let's go ahead and take our arms back out. And we're going to repeat, but come a little bit lower this time in our eagle crossing, right under or left under, whichever, just remember. And now I'm gonna bow down, exhale to about parallel spine, if that feels right for you, parallel to the ground. If that's too low, don't go that low. And then bring yourself up, inhale. This is going to be a dynamic, exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down. You go with your breath. One more set here. Keep a long spine. Not compressing around again to that spine. Release your arms. Lift up to here. And release and cross the opposite under. Getting into the shoulders again. And bring yourself forward, exhale. Inhale when you lift. Let it go on your forward. A few more, you guys. That wonderful number few, which keeps people guessing. It's like, oh my God, how many more am I gonna do here? It's not two, because that's a couple. It's not a lot, but it's a few, but I'm not sure what that means. Let's do one more. Good breath there, Shell. Good release. Bring yourself up and release those arms. Take them out. Let's do a few little circles with our arms. Again, working into what is appropriate and right for you and your body. And reverse. Let arms come down, exhale. Now we're going to have the option of staying in the chair or coming up, because we'll be doing some goddess. So we're going to be coming back to the chair though, so you're fine to stay in the chair. Bring your arms up to wherever they reach. Pull on down, exhale. We're going to do a few first, just seated together. Inhale, lifting, lengthening through the torso. Pull yourself down, arms come down, exhale, lifting. Pull it down, exhale. Rising up. Exhale down, only when, if you feel like it, you can rise up onto your feet, lengthening legs. Exhale into goddess and back down into your chair. Make sure it's there. Inhale, rising. Exhale down. Rise up if you'd like. Out of that chair and exhale, find that chair. Exhale down. Good. And can we work on that transition where we really try to set ourselves down slowly there? One more time. Good. Yay. That's warming Shelly up. She's taking her jacket off. She was waiting for us to get warm. Good. All right, let's go ahead and bring our legs in so that we zip them up from the inner part of our feet all the way up, and everything is nicely a little bit internally rotated here when we do this, right? Because generally our knees want to come out in a neutral way right from our hips. But we'll do this. We're going to hold on to the side of our chair. If you need to, might not. It just gives you a little more uplifting. I'm going to come to my toes here. And I'm just going to stay here like I'm a ballerina, balancing on my toes, giving the front side of my ankles some nice release. Okay. Some work into my toes there. And then let my heels come down. And now I'm going to shift to my heels, lift the top part of my foot, and I want to get some activity in the Achilles tendon area here. Okay. So if you want, you can squeeze those legs together a little bit, and you're getting some nice strengthening in the legs, especially in the inside of your muscles in the thighs area. Sitting up straight and tall, we're working on our posture. Press into those heels, lift through the crown of your head, pull the knees and all the legs together. And exhale, oof, release. Good. Let's go into figure 4. So I'm going to start in my mountain pose, finding those feet parallel. I'm going to pick up one foot, I'm gonna cross it over. If this doesn't work for you guys, we take a block and we take our foot down a little bit lower, okay? So find what is good for you. But figure four is really good for our hip, right? And a lot of times we sit. So when we're watching TV, maybe we could find ourselves seated in figure four for a little bit. Nice time to take some ankle rotations. Maybe hearing some clicking and clacking as you do that. Nice time to check in with posture and reversing. And feeling it into that hip. And most women will say, I need help in my hips, right? And this is a good hip opener. All right, sit again. Have your weight right on those sits bones. Sitting up straight and tall. I'm gonna take the same hand as the lower leg. I'm gonna slide it down that leg a little bit, okay? So slide it down. Take the other hand to your knee and find a little twist here. Lengthen through your spine and then come into that twist. You may feel that a little more intensely in that side haunch of ours, side hip. Slowly take yourself out of the twist and slowly begin to reverse back up into seated nice and straight here. Hold on, just as I am, over your shin. Let your spine come back a bit and then bend your elbows and come forward. Exhale. Release your head. And then inhale, curl on back, chin to chest, and then let that shin rise up. Heart as well. And then come forward. So it's a bit of a rowing motion, a bit of a cow and a cat motion. And working with breath. Playing with breath. Let's do a couple more here. So we're getting the added advantage here of getting into the hip as well as our spine. And then coming up straight and tall here. Let's go ahead and let that figure four release down. And take a couple breaths before we transition to the other side. Maybe you feel some warmth here in this hip side of your body. Go ahead and lift up your other foot and find a flexed foot. Find yourself sitting up straight and tall. Feel that in your hip. And then go ahead and begin to take those circles with your ankle. So I just this morning in between, I taught my 6 to 7 a.m. and then I went across town to go ahead and turn around the other way. Dakota Street, Northeast, where this place called Asa Plaza is, where Mongo's getting his physical therapy. And then sitting up straight and tall here again. Let's go ahead and slide this hand down the leg that's on the bottom. The other one to our knee or thigh, and lengthen your spine, and then come into a twist. So anyways, I'm doing a little exchange, a trade for yoga for their employees, for cutting down on my bill costs there. And it was good to work with them because I could really work with specific things and their needs of lifting dogs and the kind of movement they do in their work. And then slowly unwind there, bring yourself up. And so, but a lot of the things I was asking them to do were things in their day that they could build in. So I'm asking, how many of you are doing that? I hope you are, because if you just come to these classes, that's great. But if we forget about it when we're not in these classes, then it's like one step forward and several back. Okay, you guys? So you want to get rid of some of those aches and pains and all of that. We got to build this into our lifestyle. Hold on to here and let's do that bringing yourself forward. Burrow in, bring yourself back, open up, inhale. Take yourself forward, exhale. So I know Lori has dogs out there. I don't think anybody else that's tuned in has dogs right now. You have dogs, Pam?
Is that one?
One dog, that's right. A little old guy, huh?
Yeah, the old girl.
The old girl, yeah.
So acupuncture.
Oh, she gets her acupuncture, that's great. They have that where I'm going to go ahead and go forward. But anyways, if you ever want and they need some assistance, as they get older, let me know. I'll tell you more about that place. And on this last one, just go ahead, find yourself sitting up straight and tall, and let's release that leg on down. Let's take our feet apart, but our knees together. So as far apart on your feet as it's comfortable for you to place those knees in an internally rotated way. And then from here, let's just keep them that way for a little bit and take your hands to your shoulders and take one elbow towards your chair and the other one lifted up. So getting a side stretch, but also getting time to have internal rotation with our legs. Another thing to think about when you're seated somewhere, go ahead and bring yourself up. And take yourself over, because most of us, and that us includes me, have repetitive behaviors we do in a day. How can we switch those up? Go ahead and bring yourself up. One more time each side, maybe pressing into your thighs together again a little bit. Pressing down into your feet. Whittling away this waist, come on up. And one more time here. And bring yourself up. And release. Let's go ahead and let those knees open up in a regular way. So we're going to get ready to do our warrior two. Okay, so go ahead and take one leg up over. And we've got knee and ankle in alignment. I'm going to take a block and I'm going to use that block to place my knee and part of my shin on, okay? And actually, I'm setting us up for warrior one, not warrior two. Because most of our bodies can be facing forward, right? Warrior two, we're mostly out like this. But here we're going to be facing more forward. I've got my legs supported. You'll be there, Shell. Let's do it this way. High view, isn't it?
It's okay.
Can we get the knee to come? Let me see. Let me just release here a second. Back. Try this. See if you can get your knee back just a little bit more and come to the ball of that back foot. And that's going to give you the support. Does that feel okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, the alignment here is important. I was just getting Shelly set up there. So I'm aligning myself so that my knee and my hip are in alignment there. Okay, see, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on the ball of that foot. Maybe need two blocks underneath. And maybe you don't need a block at all, and that's okay. So here we are, facing our fears, okay? Facing our fears, which sometimes is facing our peers, right? Go ahead and lift your arms to wherever they go. Inhaling up, pulling down into cactus, releasing heart. Rise up to your point of opening here. And then bring it down into cactus and open up your heart. Good. And then take one hand on the leg that's in front of you and the other hand on the chair behind you. Okay, it's your chair, but the part behind you. And then slide down maybe on that leg of that chair or pressing down into the seat and bending your arm and let your heart come up and press into your front thigh. And that's going to help you lift your heart a little bit more. And then bring yourself upright. Take this front arm and come onto your forearm. Yes, onto your forearm and let your spine be long here, okay? And this arm, we're just going to take it forward, inhale, and then take it back, exhale. I'm gonna watch my hand to help my neck also. Find your breath here, you guys. Two more sets. And then taking our both hands to that front thigh. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of like you're squeezing that thigh. And I'm gonna press my arms straight so that I lift up really straight here. And then my arm of the leg that's bent and lower is going to come down a little bit farther, maybe to my foot, maybe. The other arm's gonna come up. Or maybe I take this backhand, wrap it around my waist. That might feel more secure. And the other arm lifts, or again, I lift it to my shoulder, all for heart. Good. And then come on back and down. Both hands behind you on your hips. Press down. Lift heart. Squeeze shoulders. Open up. Best way to face our fears or to face our peers is with an open heart, right? And then bring yourself up. Release those hands. Let's go ahead and move in that opposite direction, okay? So taking ourselves forward first, and then our leg across, and this other leg down. Looking at our alignment, take time for that, okay? I'm going to take time to make sure that my knee is on that block and supported well, part of my shin, tucking into my toe, lifting up, making sure that I feel pretty upright here. Okay, guys got that? And then go ahead and lift your arms, and maybe just to here, but just keep lifting to where your shoulders say yes, okay? Lengthening the side body. Even if your arms are forward, you're lengthening the side body, okay? Wherever they go, inhale, lift. And then pull down into cactus arms and open up your heart. And then lift, inhale. And exhale, pull down. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Good. Lifting up. And taking our hands down. Taking our forearm onto the thigh of the front bent leg. And taking the other arm up to our hip, maybe behind, and finding a twist here, lengthen our spine, and go into that twist. One side may feel easier than the other side. Slowly coming out of that twist as slow as you can. And then bringing yourself back up. And then taking this front hand, we're going to slide it down that front leg. The other hand comes up too. And we're taking that hand forward and back. And I think I changed it around a little bit, but oh well. Inhale it forward. You can come up higher if you want. Exhale it back. Inhale forward. 2 more sets. And then lifting ourselves back up, both hands on that front thigh. And then just pressing down, lifting through your heart space, looking up. Opening up underneath the chin area. And then releasing arms up into that warrior one. One more time, cactus the arms, open up. Good, exhale, lift. Arms come down, exhale. Good, you guys. All right, let's come on forward. We're gonna do 5 minutes out of the chair, okay? So keeping your space cleared. Let's go ahead and lift ourselves out of the chair. That is work just to do that, right? In fact, let's do a little bit of this. We're standing here, and let's take our arms forward, bend into our knees, sit down in that chair. Take our arms back, lean forward, press, come on up. Exhale back, make sure that chair is there. Take your arms back. Lengthen. Squatting slowly. One more set. And take ourselves down. Good. Bring ourselves up. Lift arms up, inhale. Pull down into cactus. Explode through your heart. And take hands down. And find your mountain pose. Standing mountain now rather than seated mountain pose. We lift the chest up a little bit with our breath. Happy March 1st to you guys. So can't believe it's March already. Let's go ahead and take our chairs so that they are the tall side behind us. Yeah, March. Ooh, March crazy. As us marching on, marching forward.
And it's Fat Tuesday.
And it's Fat Tuesday? Oh, that's right. So this starts the celebration of Mardi Gras, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, they've been celebrating.
Well, yeah. Any excuse, right?
It is the big parade today.
Yes, yeah. Let's just do some up and down, okay? Getting into our calves. You guys did some leg work today already. And working in just seated onto our toes and into our heels was good for the front of our ankles and our Achilles. Real important for our balance and moving through life. And next time you're up, see if you can stay there. See if you can engage in your core. Engage in the muscles in your legs. Engage in your glutes. Maybe lifting one hand up off the chair. And then come down onto your heels. Place that hand back down. Let's lift up again. Inhale. Connect core strength, right? Take the other arm up. Shoulders try to stay at the same level. Slowly come down, slow, slow, slow. That's going to heat up those calves. And then let's work ourselves back into an extended spine and extended legs. You can bend into those knees if that feels better for you. You can take kind of walking feet there. Call this walking the dog. And then stillness and lengthening in spine and in our legs. And then walk slowly up to your chair. And we're going to do a little balance with our tree pose. So take one side of your hip and one hand to chair. Find your feet parallel to one another and underneath your hips. In other words, we're starting in mountain pose, solid through here, guys, all right? Because any balancing, we have to have good core strength. This hand, if used on the chair, will press down, not inward, okay? All right, take weight into the leg closest to the chair. Bend the other knee. Take it out, externally rotating here on the ball of your foot, knee out, maybe to a big toe. Okay. Baby hands here or one hand here. Okay. See the difference there, all right? Because we're going to challenge yourself to wherever you feel is safe and good for you. Okay. One hand back. Let's see if we want to move that foot in by the ankle and bringing that in, centering it is going to shift us, and we might need this a little bit more here, okay? So use it. Know that it's there. Even if you start to like shift over, find that chair again, okay? Find something you're gazing on that's keeping your attention. And only anyone that wants to move that foot up to a calf can do that, and you can hold on. And maybe you're not ready to release, but at least that feels like I can get that muscle memory of what that feels like to have my foot in at my calf, not at the knee, okay? That if I were able to, I put a big red X over what I'm doing right now with it on my knee, okay? Don't want that, because then I'll press in and I'll really work badly on my knee. Press down into that standing foot, lift up, okay? One hand here, maybe playing with that other hand, okay? Find your center of gravity, find your gaze, and release that leg down, walk it out. This is what I'm worried about. When I'm feeling that, I'm feeling it. Feeling something in my knee. I hope I did not mess myself up. Let's go ahead, take this around. I'm hoping my chiropractor does something like holds my leg. And I'm hoping that that's all I need for this. Okay, finding again, nice stance. Oh, I washed those for you, by the way, too. They're clean, yeah. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, go ahead, opposite leg, not the one that's closest to the chair. Take it out, and we've gotten that external rotation now. Lift here, okay? Because sometimes when we do that, we start to compress here. Lift, we've got this chair to help us with that. We have our core, okay? Bring it in. Start here if that's comfortable. Coming to big toe maybe, okay? Feeling the distribution of your weight. Hands here, centered, like these big strong trees that are trying to make it through this dry winter. And then if you like, you can bring that other foot in, see what that's like. Find your hand on the chair, find your hand here, in half of Anjali Mudra. See what it's like to bring the hand up and down, stay close, okay? Know where the ground is. Only if you feel like it, you can take that foot to your calf, outside of the calf. Let me play. You can do this with chair, you can do it with wall, okay? Practice it, you guys. Go ahead and let that leg come down. You can be washing dishes and coming up and down on your feet, getting those calves stronger. I want you to see how many ways in the day you can work these things in, okay? One last time, let's take a nice stretch here into our legs and into our back. Few breaths here. And then bring ourselves back into our chairs. Sit again forward. And take your back into the chair. All right, I want you to really kind of come back. That might mean that if you have blocks, your feet come on them. If not, You take your feet like this, the balls of your feet on the ground, your heels on the legs of your chair, or you build yourself up with blocks, okay? I want you to feel your whole spine on that back of that chair. And I want you to move your chest left and right, kind of giving yourself a little massage on the back of that chair. And again, depends on what kind of chair it is. These chairs have a slight angle back. Some of the more formal chairs should be up like this, straight, right? Or in a little angle. And then come to stillness. Take your hands, palms up or down. Shoulders pull back into the chair. Just closing your eyes. Let your hands slide down. Let them reach to their height. Look up. Exhale, hands come into heart center. From here, just pull your back away from the chair into straight spine. Thank you all for being here today, and I've missed you, and I'm glad to be back in your presence for chair class. I love chair class. You know, it really, I know there's a sign down the street, they're offering us a chair, senior chair class. I don't think you have to be a senior to do chair, though. I think that we really do work ourselves in a really good way. And anyways, glad you guys are here, and we're not seniors, right? We're youthful beings. So from my youthful heart to yours, namaste, Shelley. Namaste, Pam. Namaste, Lydia, Lori, Adrian, and Sherry. Thanks, you guys.